All right, Boone down south here today. Today we're going to do another little hike. We're going to take that mountain behind us, which is Cove Mountain in Wears Valley. And we're going to go up to the ridge up there. The highest point on that ridge is the old fire tower. It's now been converted to a weather station. And at the very peak of Cove Mountain is where that weather station's at. But on the ridge is Cove Mountain Trail. And once we get to the top, that Cove Mountain Trail goes all the way to Sugarlands Visitor Center near Gatlinburg. So that's the hike we're going to do today. So we're going to show you what that's about. There's a little access trail close to Mountains on My Mind by Peaceful Cabin Rentals, so you can check that out. I'll put a link down there for you. But there's an easy access to get up there. So that's what we're going to do today. So stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe. I just want to show y'all something that's really cool here. See this mountain peak right here? This ridge line right here? And there's all that fog out there, right? That's the Parkway of Pigeon Forge. That's what you can see from this cabin here on the backside. As we spin around, over there's Bluff Mountain. You can recognize it with the towers on top. If you can see that in the video here. And down below us is Wears Valley. And today we are heading out from Peaceful Cabin Rentals cabin, Mountain on My Mind. And I'm on the front porch right now. It's the view you just saw. And we're fixing to head out those doors and go right up Cove Mountain. All right, so after we get out of the neighborhood area, we're on this whole logging road. And this logging road is gonna take us right up to the peak. I don't know if you can see there's a little indentation right there in the mountain. That's where the power line comes up. You can see that from 321. Right up there's the peak where we're heading to. All right, so as you can see, we've already shed our jackets. We started about 8 o'clock. It's 8:30 as we're heading up the logging trail here. So expecting to hit Sugarlands around 2 o'clock is what I'm thinking. So that's the plan. This is the first time we crossed that power line. This is actually the cut that you can see when you're down there on Wears Valley Road, which is right down here in the bottom. You're looking back up the mountain, you can see this cut going all the way up to the fire tower. So logging road's before me, and it's going up steep. Makes you wonder how they were able to put these things in, you know. How you doing so far?
Doing all right.
All right. So we're about 40 minutes in, going up the trail, and I do believe that's Mount Lacan out there, if I'm not mistaken. All right, as you come up this logging road, you come to a T, you go downhill to the left, or you can go back uphill to the right. And just remember, you're gonna keep crossing that power line, and the power line is now on our right because we've already crossed it a second time. So we're gonna head up this way and cross it again. So make sure you hang that right when you get to this T to get up to the top of the mountain. All right, we're just about up to the top here. The road does split. It goes straight or it goes uphill to the right. And guess where you wanna go? Uphill to the right. We're not far from the top now. We're getting close to Cove Mountain Trail. Okay, probably can't tell how steep that is. But when you're coming up, this road is gonna turn and go that way. And it's gonna go right up to the fire tower. It's about 250 yards up there. But right here, see they got a sign, and back by sitting on the log, right there is the trail, Cove Mountain Trail. And it's going left and right in the frame here. And if you go right, like I said, it goes about 250 yards up the hill, and that's where the weather station tower is at. This road also takes you right below it, and it'll loop around right to the fire. Well, it used to be fire tower, but the weather station. So I'm not gonna lie to you, the last half hour, coming up that logging road is pretty steep, but just pack water, take your breaks. But from here to the Sugarlands, there's 2 waterfalls along the way, and we're gonna have a ride pick us up there later today. All right, so here's what's cool about staying in Mountains on My Mind. You come up this logging road to get to Cove Mountain Trail. That way, which we're gonna go today, is taking Sugarlands. You go that way, takes you to the weather station tower, like I mentioned. But about, I think it's around 200 yards or so up this trail, there's gonna be a trail that cuts off that direction. That's the trail to Laurel Falls. So this is the back way to come into Laurel Falls, where you won't have the crowds getting to those falls, unlike coming up down the middle of the, I forget what the road name is down there, where you come up on the paved trail to Laurel Falls. So this is the back way over. We've done that before, and I can put a link to the video for that. That's about an 8-hour trip there and back to Mountains on My Mind. So it's pretty cool. We're up on top. We're gonna hit it. Looks like a fairly well-maintained trail here. And it looks like it's gonna be fairly easy from this point forward. So we're just walking a ridge line all the way down to Sugarlands. All right, so so far most it's just been a little bit, some ascends, some descends, mostly descending, just gradual in both directions though. The most of this trail is going to be descending down to Sugarlands, but you know, you're on the ridge most of the time. You kind of look out and see the mountains on either side of you for most of this part up here, and we're starting to head down a little bit now. But a very nicely maintained trail. In fact, that sign we saw back there earlier, that was new. That wasn't here last year. All right, you gonna jump it, Rebecca?
Alrighty.
That's a
it's like
big,
winter curdling.
heavy, big tree. Boom. Get a lot of views like this. Just coming down. Yes, you definitely know we're getting closer to Sugarlands because we're hearing some noise from construction work. We hear some trucks backing up with their, you know, the beep, 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 and we actually saw some cabins over to the left on a ridge, not too far from here. Trail kind of narrows down through here. A lot more birds in this area, but it's been a pretty easy trail, well defined. So hopefully we'll be coming to these waterfalls soon. Got a nice view over here on the trail coming down. How you holding up there?
Doing all right. Feet are hurting, but I'll survive.
Alrighty. Yeah, so this part of the trail now, so we're getting closer to Sugarlands. Lots and lots of mountain laurel all through here. Trail's still nice, we're heading down. Lots of mountain laurel. Blooming really nice here now. And it's just all over the trail. I've also seen some, I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is, but it's an orange flower that keeps blooming on some bushes, and I'll have to look that up. But we're seeing a lot of that, but lots and lots of mountain laurel, so it really looks nice. The rhododendron hasn't started blooming yet. It's got little heads on it like it's gonna bloom at some point here in the near future, but none of that's blooming yet. But the mountain laurel is all blooming at the lower elevations. So we're definitely getting closer to Sugarlands. You can see we're in a burned out area now. It was burned in the fires of 2016. There's a warning sign about, I don't know, 3/10 of a mile back, telling you not to come in here with high winds going on. You can see the danger factor of all these trees that are dead from the fires. But it's made a really good comeback since then. But anyway. You can actually, right out there, see a space. You see a space needle, Rebecca? There's a space needle out there. Right there. So Gatlinburg's down below us. We're making our way down. But you can definitely see we're in the section that was burned out in 2016. It's behind me here. It's amazing how God made things. Everything's coming back. It's just flourishing, really. You see the remains from the fire. All right, so here's the first waterfall to come to. Small one there, but we're just about out of the park. I'm guessing it's gonna be a little further down. You kind of meander along this creek a little bit, in and out before you finally come down to it. All right, this is where you come out down to Sugarlands. There's a nice set of waterfalls for you. So our ride's waiting for us, so we're gonna head on Sugarlands and finish the trail. All right, we're here at Sugarlands Visitor Center here near Gatlinburg. It's right at 2 o'clock. So we left at 8 this morning from Mountains on My Mind. Took about 2 hours to get to the top of Cove Mountain. And so from like 10 to 2, so 4 hours to come down the trail here. The two waterfalls you hit are really close to Sugarlands, so you don't have to hike the trail to get it. You can actually come to Sugarlands and just go right down the trail here to see both those falls if you want to do that. Anyway, it was a good hike. The last fourth of the hike was going through a burned out section from the fires in 2016. Other than that, it was pretty good. A lot of down trees in that section too, by the way. The first part of the trail up near Cove Mountain, when you're coming down there, it's very clean, very well taken care of. When it comes down here, you're in that burned section. I guess there's just a lot of trees that keep coming down, so there's a lot of trees we had to cross over. But other than that, it was a good hike. A ride should be here any minute. So if you're staying in the Mountains on My Mind, you can do the hike up the Cove Mountain, down Cove Mountain Trail, come out Sugarlands, or you can go up the Cove Mountain there, up the logging road up the top of Cove Mountain, and take the hike to Laurel Falls. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time.